Jake Martinez walked slowly through the big market on Kepler Station. He had $4 in his pocket. His mom gave him the money to buy a toy while she worked. The money felt heavy in his small hands. The market was full of strange sounds. Smells. Jake lived on this space station his whole life. He was used to seeing aliens from different planets. There were blue people called Zephyrians who sold shiny rocks. There were tall green people who made beautiful music. There were small furry creatures who fixed broken things. Jake liked the market. It was always busy and exciting. Today he wanted to find a small spaceship toy. He had seen one last week for $3. That would leave him $1 for Candy Dot. As Jake walked past the old metal boxes behind the market, he heard a soft sound. It was like crying, but not quite human. He stopped and listened. The sound came again. It was weak and sad. Jake looked around the metal boxes. Behind the biggest one, he found something amazing. It was a small creature with scales that changed, color from purple to silver. It had wings like a bat, but they were torn and bleeding. One of its legs was twisted in a bad way. The creature was no bigger than Jake's cat at home. It had large eyes that looked very smart. When it saw Jake, it tried to move away, but it was too hurt to go far. "Oh no," Jake said quietly. "You're really hurt, aren't you?" The creature made a small sound. It seemed to understand that Jake wanted to help. Its eyes were full of pain and fear. Jake had never seen anything like this creature before. It looked like the dragons in his favorite books, but much smaller. Its scales were beautiful, even though it was hurt. Jake felt sorry for it right away. "Don't be scared," Jake whispered. He sat down on the ground to look smaller. "I won't hurt you." The creature watched Jake carefully. It seemed to know that Jake was just a child. Slowly, it stopped trying to move away. An old blue man walked over. He was a Zephyrian trader named Corax. Jake had seen him in the market before. Corax sold medicine and tools. "What are you doing back here, human child?" Corax asked. Then he saw the hurt creature. "Ah, I see. You found the little pest." "Pest?" Jake asked. "What is it?" "It's a baby Dracorian," Corax said. He did not sound interested. "Dragon people from the far planets. This one has been here for many days. It's dying." Jake felt his heart hurt. "Dying? Can't someone help it?" Corax shrugged his shoulders. "Dragon people are very rare. Most of us have never seen one. This baby probably got lost from its family. It's been hurt too long. Nothing can save it now. But there must be something," Jake said. The baby dragon was looking at him with its big eyes. Jake could see it was in pain. "Well," Corax said slowly, "I have some healing gel in my shop. It helps with cuts and broken bones. But it costs 4 credits. Why spend money on a dying animal?" Jake looked at the $4 in his hand. That was exactly 4 credits in the space station money. It was all the money he had. If he bought the medicine, he couldn't buy the toy spaceship or candy. The baby dragon made another soft sound. It was trying to clean its torn wing with its tongue. The wing was bleeding again. Jake didn't think very long. He held out his $4 to Corax. "I'll buy the medicine." Corax looked surprised. "Are you sure, child? This creature will probably die anyway. You could buy toys instead." "I'm sure," Jake said. "Please hurry." Corax took the money and went to his shop. He came back with a small tube of clear gel. "Put this on the cuts," he said, "but don't expect miracles." Jake took the medicine and carefully moved closer to the baby dragon. "I'm going to help you," he said softly. "This might hurt a little at first, but then it will feel better." The dragon seemed to understand. It held very still as Jake gently put the healing gel on its cuts. The medicine made the bleeding stop right away. Jake carefully touched the dragon's twisted leg. The dragon made a small cry, but didn't try to. "Bite him. I know it hurts," Jake said. "But the medicine will help." Jake used all the gel on the dragon's wounds. When he was done, the dragon looked much better. Its eyes were brighter, and it wasn't breathing so hard. "There," Jake said. "Now, you need to rest and get better." The dragon looked at Jake for a long time. Then it made a sound that was almost like a purr. It seemed to be saying thank you. Jake wanted to stay longer, but he heard his mom calling his name. She was done with work and looking for him. "I have to go now," Jake told the dragon. "But I'll come back tomorrow. I promise." The dragon watched Jake leave. For the first time in days, it felt hope. That night at dinner, Jake's mom asked him about his day. "Did you find a nice toy at the market?" Jake thought about telling her about the dragon, but he wasn't sure she would understand. Adults sometimes didn't like when kids helped animals. "I found something better than a toy," Jake said. His mom smiled. "Oh, what was that?" "A new friend," Jake said. "A friend who really needed help." Jake's mom was named Maria. She was a kind woman who worked fixing machines on the space station. She had taught Jake to always help others when he could. "That's wonderful," Maria said. "What kind of friend?" "A special one," Jake said. "She's hurt and scared. I used my money to buy medicine for her." Maria looked at her son with love and pride. Jake had always been a caring boy. Even when he was very small, he would try to help hurt animals and sad people. "You spent your toy money to help someone?" Maria asked. "Yes," Jake said. "She needed it more than I needed a toy." Maria hugged her. "Son, I'm very proud of you, Jake. That was a very kind thing to do." That night, Jake lay in bed thinking about the baby dragon. He hoped the medicine was working. He hoped she wasn't scared and alone in the dark market. Jake didn't know that far away in space, other dragons were looking for the baby. He didn't know that she was very important to her people. He didn't know that what he did today would change everything. All Jake knew was that he had found a creature in pain, and he had helped her. It felt like the right thing to do. His $4 were gone, but he wasn't sad about it. In the morning, Jake would go back to the market. He would bring some of his own food to share. He would sit with the dragon and talk to her. He would make sure she knew she wasn't alone anymore. Jake fell asleep with a smile on his face. He had made a new friend today. That was worth much more than $4. Jake woke up early the next morning. He was excited to see the baby dragon again. He hoped she was feeling better after the medicine. Jake took some bread from his breakfast and put it in his pocket. He also took a small cup of water. When Jake got to the market, he ran to the metal boxes where he had left the dragon. She was still there, but she looked much better. Her cuts had stopped bleeding, and her eyes were brighter. When she saw Jake, she made a happy chirping sound. "Hi there," Jake said softly. "You look better today." The dragon tried to stand up. Her hurt leg was still weak, but she could move it now. The healing gel had worked very well. Jake sat down next to her and took out the bread. "Are you hungry?" he asked. "I brought you some food." The dragon sniffed the bread. She took a small bite and seemed to like it. She ate slowly, looking at Jake the whole time. It was like she was saying thank you with her eyes. "I need to give you a name," Jake said. "You can't just be called Baby Dragon forever." The dragon's scales were shining silver in the morning light. They reminded Jake of the moon he could see through the station windows at night. "I'll call you Luna," Jake said. "That means moon. Is that okay?" Luna made a soft purring sound. She seemed to like her new name. Jake spent an hour with Luna before. He had to go to school. He promised to come back later. Luna watched him leave with sad eyes, but she seemed to understand out at school. Jake couldn't stop thinking about Luna. His teacher, Mrs. Kelly, noticed he wasn't paying attention. "Jake is. Everything all right?" she asked. "You seem distracted today." "I'm fine," Jake said. "Just thinking about a friend." After school, Jake hurried back to the market. Luna was waiting for him. She seemed stronger today. She could walk a few steps without falling down. Jake brought more food and fresh water. "Look how much better you're getting," Jake said happily. And Old Human Man was watching Jake from across the market. His name was Carl Henderson, and he worked on the station like Jake's mom. Carl walked over to see what Jake was doing. "What's that creature?" Carl asked. He looked worried. "This is Luna," Jake said. "She's a baby dragon. I'm helping her get better." "A dragon?" Carl said. His voice sounded scared. "Kid, dragons are dangerous. You shouldn't be playing with wild animals." "She's not dangerous," Jake said. "She's just a baby and she was hurt." Carl shook his head. "Dragons are powerful creatures. Even babies might be dangerous. You should stay away from it." But Jake didn't listen to Carl. He could see that Luna was gentle and smart. She would never hurt him. Every day after school, Jake visited Luna. He brought her food and water. He talked to her about his day at school. Luna seemed to understand everything Jake said. She would tilt her head and make different sounds, like she was trying to talk back. After a week, Luna was much stronger. Her wing was healing well, and she could walk around easily. She was also getting bigger. Jake's mom noticed that he was using his lunch money to buy food for something. "Jake, you've been very quiet lately," Maria said one evening. "And Mrs. Chun at the food stand says you've been buying extra bread every day. What's going on?" Jake knew he couldn't hide Luna forever. His mom would find out soon anyway. "Mom, I need to show you something. I promise you won't be mad." Maria looked at her son with concern. "What is it, Jake? Remember when I said I made a new friend? The one who needed help?" "Yes, I remember." "She's not exactly human," Jake said. "Will you come with me to meet her?" Maria was confused, but she trusted her son. The next day after work, she followed Jake to the market. When she saw Luna, Maria gasped. "Jake, that's a dragon," she said. "Her name is Luna," Jake said. "She was hurt, and I helped her. Look how gentle she is." Luna looked at Maria with curious eyes. She could tell that this woman was important to Jake. Luna made a soft sound and bowed her head like she was being polite. "She's beautiful," Maria said softly, "and she seems very intelligent." "She is," Jake said. "Watch this." "Luna, can you bring me that stick?" Luna walked over to a small stick on the ground. She picked it up carefully in her mouth and brought it. To Jake, Maria was amazed. "She understands you," Maria said. "She understands lots of things," Jake said. "And she's learning new words every day." It was true. Luna had been listening to Jake talk for weeks. She was starting to copy some of his words in her own musical voice. Dragons were very smart, even as babies. Dr. Peter Kim worked at the station's research center. He studied different types of alien life. When he heard about Luna, he came to see her right away. "This is incredible," Dr. Kim said. "I've read about Dracorians, but I've never seen one. They're supposed to be one of the smartest species in the galaxy." "Really?" Jake asked. "Yes," Dr. Kim said. "Dracorians have perfect memories. They never forget anything. This little one will remember your kindness for her whole life." Dr. Kim examined Luna carefully. She let him check her wing and leg without any trouble. She trusted Jake, and Jake trusted Dr. Kim. "She's healing perfectly," Dr. Kim said. "Dragons heal faster than most creatures. In a few more weeks, she'll be able to fly." "Fly?" Jake asked. He was excited, but also a little sad. "If Luna could fly, she might leave. Don't worry," Dr. Kim said. She won't leave you. Dragons are very loyal to those who help them." Dr. Kim was right. As Luna got stronger, she stayed close to Jake. She followed him around the market like a pet dog. The other traders got used to seeing them together. Korax, the Zephyrian who sold Jake the medicine, was impressed. "I never thought that little dragon would live," he said. "You did a good thing, human child." Luna was now as big as a medium-sized dog. Her scales were beautiful and shiny. Her wings were strong, and her leg was completely healed. She could run and jump and even glide short distances. The best part was how smart Luna was getting. She learned to respond when Jake called her name. She could follow simple commands like sit and stay. She even learned to play games with Jake. "Luna, hide," Jake would say. Luna would find a hiding spot and wait for Jake to find her. When he did, she would make happy chirping sounds. Luna also started trying to talk like Jake. She couldn't make human words perfectly, but she tried to copy the sounds. When Jake said, "Hello," Luna would make a sound like "hello" in her musical dragon voice. Other children at the station heard about Jake and Luna. They wanted to meet the baby dragon, too. Jake was proud to show off his friend, but he was also protective of her. "You have to be very gentle," Jake would tell the other kids. "Luna is still learning to trust people." Luna was good with the children, but she was always closest to Jake. She would sit next to him and let him pet her scales. When Jake was sad, Luna would nuzzle his face with her snout to make him feel better. Jake's mom watched her son with Luna and felt proud. Jake had shown such kindness to a hurt creature. He had given up his toy money to save Luna's life. Now they were best friends. "You did something very special, Jake," Maria told her son. "Not many people would have helped Luna like you did." "She needed help," Jake said simply. "That's what friends do." Jake didn't know that Luna was more than just any baby dragon. He didn't know that far away in space, her family was still looking for her. He didn't know that Luna's mother was one of the most powerful beings in the galaxy. All Jake knew was that he had a wonderful friend who trusted him completely. Luna had been hurt and scared, but now she was happy and healthy. That made Jake happy too. Every day, their friendship grew stronger. Luna was learning more words, and Jake was learning about dragon behavior. They were teaching each other about their different worlds, but their peaceful life was about to change. Danger was coming to Kepler Station, and soon Jake and Luna would face their greatest test together. 3 months had passed since Jake found Luna behind the metal boxes. Luna was now much bigger than when Jake first met her. She was as tall as Jake's waist, and her wings were strong and beautiful. Her purple and silver scales shined like jewels in the light. Luna could fly now. She would soar around the market area, doing loops and dives in the air. But she always came back to Jake. She never went far from her best friend. Jake was at school when the alarm started ringing. The loud sound echoed through all the hallways of Kepler Station. Red lights flash on and off. Everyone stopped what they were doing. Mrs. Kelly, Jake's teacher, looked worried. She got a message on her computer screen. Her face went white as she read it. "Children, we need to go to the safe room right now," she said. Her voice was shaking. "What's wrong, Mrs. Kelly?" asked Amy, one of Jake's classmates. "There are enemy ships coming," Mrs. Kelly said. "We need to stay safe until the grown-ups can handle it." Jake felt scared. He thought about Luna. Where was she? Was she safe? He wanted to run and find her, but Mrs. Kelly made all the children stay together. In the market, Luna heard the alarms too. She was hiding behind the metal boxes where Jake had first found her. The loud sounds scared her. She looked around for Jake but couldn't find him anywhere. Captain Lisa Warren was in charge of keeping the space station safe. She was in the control room looking at her computer screens. What she saw made her heart sink with fear. How many ships? She asked her helper. Lieutenant Dan Murphy. 57 enemy ships, Captain, Dan said. They're Chronok warships, big ones. Captain Warren knew about the Chronoks. They were mean aliens who liked to fight and take over other people's planets. They had green skin and sharp teeth. They were much stronger than humans. What do they want? Captain Warren asked. The answer came on the radio. A rough, angry voice spoke in broken English. Humans of Kepler Station. I am Commander Vex Thule of the Chronok Empire. You will surrender now, or we will destroy your station. We need time to think about it, Captain Warren said into the radio. You have 1 day, the Chronok commander said. Tomorrow at this time, you will give us your station and all the people on it. We will make you all slaves. If you say no, we will blow up your station. The radio went quiet. Captain Warren looked at Lieutenant Murphy. They both knew they were in big trouble. How many defense ships do we have? Captain Warren asked. Only 6 small ships, Murphy said. The Chronoks have 57 big warships. We can't fight them. Captain Warren made an announcement to everyone on the station. Her voice came through all the speakers. Attention everyone on Kepler Station. We are facing a serious threat. Enemy ships want to take over our station. We are going to evacuate. That means everyone needs to leave the station and go somewhere safe. Jake heard the announcement in the safe room. His heart was beating fast. He was scared for himself, but he was more scared for Luna. All families should pack only important things, Captain Warren continued. We have transport ships ready to take everyone to Earth. You can only bring small bags. No pets or large items are allowed on the evacuation ships. Jake felt like someone had punched him in the stomach. No pets allowed. That meant he couldn't take Luna with him. He couldn't leave his best friend behind. After school was dismissed early, Jake ran to find his mom. Maria was at her workstation, packing important tools and papers. Mom, we have to bring Luna with us, Jake said. He was almost crying. Jake, sweetheart, the captain said no pets, Maria said sadly. The evacuation ships don't have enough room. But Luna isn't just a pet, Jake said. She's my friend. I can't. Leave her here with the bad aliens. Maria hugged her son. She knew how much Luna meant to him. But she also knew they had to follow the evacuation rules. Maybe Luna can hide until the danger is over, Maria said. Dragons are smart. She might be able to take care of herself. No, Jake said. I won't leave her. If Luna can't come, then I'm staying too. Jake, you can't stay here, Maria said. It's too dangerous. But Jake had made up his mind. When his mom wasn't looking, he snuck away. He ran through the busy corridors where people were packing and rushing around. He had to find Luna. Luna was still hiding behind the metal boxes. When she saw Jake, she ran to him and made happy sounds. But she could tell something was wrong. Jake looked scared and sad. Luna, we're in big trouble, Jake said. Bad aliens want to take over our station. All the humans have to leave, but they won't let you come with us. Luna tilted her head. She didn't understand all the words, but she could feel Jake's fear. I'm not leaving without you, Jake said. We'll hide together until the danger goes away. Jake knew a place where they could hide. There was an old storage room in a part of the station that nobody used anymore. Jake had found it when he was exploring one day. It had food and water and was very quiet. Come on, Luna, Jake said. We need to hide. Jake and Luna went to the old storage room. Jake locked the door from the inside. He had brought some food from home and a blanket. Luna curled up next to Jake on the floor. Outside, the evacuation was happening fast. Families were getting on transport ships and leaving the station. Maria was looking everywhere for Jake. Has anyone seen my son? She asked other people. His name is Jake. He's 8 years old. But no one had seen Jake. He was hiding too well. The Kronak ships moved closer to the station. Commander Vexthul was pleased. Soon he would have a new space station and many human slaves in the storage room. Jake held Luna close. He was scared, but he felt better having his friend with him. Luna seemed to know they were in danger. Her scales were glowing softly with a golden light. "What's happening to you?" Jake asked. He had never seen Luna glow before. Luna looked at Jake with her big eyes. The glow was getting brighter. She made sounds that Jake had never heard before. They were musical and beautiful, but also powerful. Jake didn't know what Luna was doing, but he could feel something important was happening. The air around them felt different, like electricity before a storm. Luna's glowing got brighter and brighter. The light filled the whole storage room. Jake wasn't scared of the light. It felt warm and safe. Far away in space, something incredible was happening. In a place so far away that human telescopes couldn't see it, there was a planet covered in crystal cities. This was the home world of the dragons. In the biggest crystal palace, a huge dragon suddenly lifted her head. She was the most important dragon in the galaxy. Her name was Zaraketh, and she was Luna's mother. Zaraketh's own scales began to glow in response to a signal she had been waiting for. She had been looking for her lost daughter for months. "My child calls to me," Zaraketh said to the other. Dragons around her. She is alive, and she needs help. The Dragon Council moved quickly. Within minutes, the most powerful fleet of ships in the known galaxy was getting ready to travel through space. These ships were bigger than anything humans had ever built. Back on Kepler Station, Jake watched Luna glow brighter and brighter. He didn't understand what was happening, but he trusted his friend completely. "Are you calling for help?" Jake asked. Luna looked at him and made a sound that seemed to say yes. The golden light was now so bright that it lit up the corridors outside their hiding room. Captain Warren saw the strange light on her security cameras. "What is that glow coming from Sector 7? She asked Lieutenant Murphy. "I don't know, Captain," Murphy said. "Should we send someone to check?" Before Captain Warren could answer, something amazing appeared on their long-range sensors. Ships were coming out of hyperspace. But these weren't Kronak ships. "Captain," Lieutenant Murphy said in a shocked voice, "you need to see this." On the screen, they could see the most beautiful ships anyone had ever imagined. They were huge and seemed to be made of living metal that changed colors. There were hundreds of them. "What are those ships?" Captain Warren asked. Dr. Peter Kim was in the control room too. He looked at the ships and couldn't believe his eyes. "Those are Dracorian ships," he said quietly. "Dragon ships? But that's impossible. Dragons never get involved in other people's wars." Commander Vexthul saw the dragon ships too. His green face went pale with fear. Every alien in the galaxy knew about the dragons. They were the most powerful beings in space. Their technology was so advanced that they seemed like magic. "Retreat." Commander Vexthul ordered his ships. Retreat now, but it was too late. The dragon ships had surrounded the Kronak fleet. The biggest dragon ship was so large, it looked like a small moon. A voice came over all the radio channels. It was clear and strong and spoke perfect English. "This is Elder Matriarch Zaraketh of the Dracorian High Council. Commander Vexthul, you will leave this place immediately. This station is now under our protection." Jake heard the voice, even in his hiding place. Luna stopped glowing and looked very happy. She made excited chirping sounds. "Is that your mom?" Jake asked. Luna rubbed her head against Jake's hand. She seemed to be saying yes. Jake realized that his little friend wasn't just any baby dragon. She was the daughter of the most important dragon in the galaxy. And now her family had come to save them all. The voice of Elder Matriarch Zaraketh filled the space around Kepler Station. Every person and every alien could hear her speaking. Her voice was powerful, but not mean. It was like the voice of a queen who was used to being obeyed. Commander Vex Thule of the Kronak fleet was shaking with fear. He had never seen dragon ships before. They were bigger than anything he could imagine. The smallest dragon ship was 10 times larger than his biggest warship. Great Elder, Commander Vex Thule said into his radio. His voice was no longer rough and angry. Now it sounded scared and polite. We did not know this station was under dragon protection. We meant no harm. You threatened innocent people, Zaraketh replied. You spoke of making them slaves. This is not acceptable. The Kronak commander looked at his computer screens. The dragon ships had completely surrounded his fleet. He knew that dragons had weapons that could destroy entire planets. His ships would be like toys compared to their power. We will leave immediately, Commander Vex Thule said quickly. Please forgive our mistake. You have 10 minutes to disappear from this area, Zaraketh said. If any Kronak ship is still here after that time, you will face the consequences. The Kronak ships started moving away as fast as they could. They jumped into hyperspace so quickly that they left bright flashes of light behind them. In less than 5 minutes, all 57 enemy ships were gone. On Kepler Station, everyone was cheering. They had been saved by the most powerful beings in the galaxy. But they were all confused about why the dragons had come to help them. Captain Warren spoke into her radio. Elder Matriarch Zaraketh, this is Captain Warren of Kepler Station. We are deeply grateful for your help. But may I ask why you came to save us? My daughter is on your station, Zaraketh replied. She has been missing for many months. She called to me for help. Captain Warren was shocked. A dragon princess was living on their station? Your daughter? We don't know of any adult dragons here. She is not adult yet, Zaraketh said. She is still young. And she has been cared for by one of your people, a human child named Jake Martinez. Captain Warren's eyes went wide. She looked at Lieutenant Murphy. Jake Martinez? Isn't that the boy who's been missing since the evacuation started? Yes, Captain, Murphy said. His mother Maria has been looking everywhere for him. Dr. Peter Kim stepped forward. Captain, I know about this. Jake has been taking care of a baby dragon for months. Her name is Luna. I thought she was just a lost dragon. But if she's the elder matriarch's daughter, find this Jake Martinez immediately, Captain Warren said, and find the dragon princess. Meanwhile, in the storage room, Jake was still holding Luna. The golden glow had stopped, but Luna was very excited. She kept making happy sounds and looking toward the ceiling, like she knew her family was up there in space. Your mom came to save us, Jake said to Luna. She must love you very much. Luna nuzzled Jake's face. She seemed to be trying to tell him something important. She made different sounds than usual, like she was trying to say real words. Ya Ek, Luna said slowly. It was the first time she had said Jake's name clearly. You said my name, Jake said happily. Luna, you can talk. Ya Ek good, Luna said. Ya Ek help Luna. Jake hugged his friend. Even though he was still scared about what would happen next, he was amazed that Luna could finally talk to him with real words. There was a knock on the storage room door. Jake, are you in there? It was his mom's voice. Jake opened the door. Maria rushed in and hugged her son tightly. Jake, I was so worried about you. Why did you hide? I couldn't leave Luna. Mom, Jake said. She's my friend. Behind Maria, there were several other people. Captain Warren was there, and Dr. Kim, and some security officers. They all stared at Luna with amazement. So this is the Dragon Princess, Captain Warren said softly. Luna looked at all the people nervously. She moved closer to Jake. These were strangers, as she only trusted Jake completely. "It's okay, Luna," Jake said. "These people want to help you get back to your family." Dr. Kim stepped forward slowly. "Princess Luna, your mother is waiting for you. She's very worried." Luna tilted her head and made a questioning sound. She looked at Jake like she was asking what she should do. "Your mom loves you," Jake told Luna, "just like my mom loves me. You should go see her." But Luna shook her head. She didn't want to. Leave Jake. She had been with him for months. He was the only family she remembered. Captain Warren spoke into her radio. "Elder Matriarch, we have found your daughter. She is safe and healthy." "I am greatly relieved," Zaraketh replied. "May I come aboard your station to see her?" "Of course," Captain Warren said. "You are welcome here." "I will come alone," Zaraketh said. "My ship is too large to dock with your station. I will use a smaller transport." 20 minutes later, a beautiful small ship docked with Kepler Station. It was silver and purple, just like Luna's scales. The ship seemed to be alive, like it was breathing. Jake and Luna waited in the main docking bay with the others. Jake was nervous. He had never met a dragon as important as Luna's mother. What if she didn't like him? What if she was angry that he had kept Luna for so long? The door of the dragon ship opened. What came out was the most amazing creature Jake had ever seen. Elder Matriarch Zaraketh was huge, but she moved with grace and beauty. Her scales changed colors as she walked, showing every color of the rainbow. When Luna saw her mother, she made a cry of joy. She ran toward Zaraketh as fast as she could. The great dragon lowered her massive head and gently nuzzled her daughter. "My precious child," Zaraketh said, "I have searched for you across the galaxy." Luna chirped and made excited sounds, telling her mother everything that had happened. Dragons could speak to each other in ways that humans couldn't understand. After a few minutes, Zaraketh looked at Jake. The boy felt very small next to the enormous dragon, but he wasn't afraid. Luna had told her mother about Jake, and Zaraketh's eyes were kind. "You are Jake Martinez," Zaraketh said, "the human child who saved my daughter's life." "Yes, ma'am," Jake said politely. "I just wanted to help her. She was hurt and scared." Zaraketh studied Jake carefully. She could see that he was a good boy with a kind heart. Luna had chosen her friend well. "Luna has told me everything," Zaraketh said. "How you spent your money to buy medicine for her. How you visited her every day. How you brought her food and water. How you protected her when others said she was just a pest." Jake looked down at his feet. She needed help. Anyone would have done the same thing. "No, young Jake," Zaraketh said. "Not everyone would have done what you did. You saw a suffering creature and you helped, even though it cost you something important. That is a rare gift." Luna ran back to Jake and rubbed against his legs. She looked up at her mother and said something in dragon language. "Luna tells me she doesn't want to leave you," Zaraketh said. "She says you are her best friend." Jake felt sad and happy at the same time. He loved Luna, but he knew she belonged with her own family. "She should go with you," Jake said. "You're her real family. You can take care of her better than I can." "But you have been her family too," Zaraketh said. "For months, you were the only one who cared for her. That makes you family as well." Jake's mom stepped forward. "Elder Matriarch, we are honored that you came to save our station. Jake has learned so much from caring for Luna." "And Luna has learned much from Jake," Zaraketh replied. "She has learned about kindness and friendship. These are valuable lessons." The great dragon looked around at all the humans who had gathered to see her. Captain Warren, Dr. Kim, Maria, and many others were watching with wonder. "Your people interest," Zaraketh said. We dragons have watched humans for many years. You are young as a species, but you show great potential. Thank you, Captain Warren said. We try to be good neighbors to all species. Today, a human child showed me something very important, Zaraketh continued. He showed me that your people can be kind to strangers who are different from you. This gives me hope for the future. Luna was staying close to both Jake and her mother. She didn't want to choose between them. Jake could see that she was confused and sad. Luna, Jake said gently, you should go home with your mom. But I'll never forget you. You'll always be my friend. Luna made a sad sound. She nuzzled Jake's face one more time. Perhaps, Zaraketh said thoughtfully, there is a way for Luna to have both families. Jake looked up hopefully. What do you mean? I mean that this story is not over yet, the great dragon said, with what might have been a smile. There are some things I must discuss with your leaders first. Jake didn't know what Zaraketh meant, but something in her voice gave him hope. Maybe this wasn't goodbye after all. Elder Matriarcheth looked at Captain Warren with her wise, ancient eyes. Captain, I would like to speak with you and your leaders about something very important. Of course, Elder Matriarch, Captain Warren said. We would be honored to listen to anything you wish to say. All the important people on the station gathered in the main meeting room. Captain Warren was there, along with Dr. Kim, the station manager, and several other officials. Jake's mom Maria was invited too, because Jake was part of this story. Sat in a chair next to Luna, who stayed close to her friend. Zaraketh was so large that she couldn't fit in the room, so she spoke to them through the communication system from her ship. Today, your species has shown me something remarkable, Zaraketh began. A small human boy saw my daughter in pain and helped her, expecting nothing in return. This act of kindness has great meaning. Everyone listened carefully. They had never heard a dragon speak about humans this way before. We dragons are an old race, Zaraketh continued. We have seen many species rise and fall across the galaxy. We have watched your people for many years, wondering what kind of species you would become. Jake felt important listening to these words. He had just wanted to help Luna, but now it seemed like his actions meant something much bigger. Some species become strong but cruel, Zaraketh said. Others become wise but weak. Very few become both strong and kind. Today, young Jake Martinez showed me that humans have the potential to be both. Captain Warren felt proud but also nervous. Elder Matriarch, we try our best to be good people, but we make mistakes sometimes. All species make mistakes, Zaraketh replied. What matters is the heart behind the actions. Jake's heart is pure. He represents the best of what humanity can be. Dr. Kim leaned forward in his chair. What are you saying, Elder Matriarch? I am saying that the Dragon Council has decided to offer humanity our friendship and protection, Zaraketh announced. Everyone in the room gasped. The dragons were the most powerful beings in the galaxy. Their friendship would mean that humanity would be safe from enemies like the Kronax. But there's more, Zaraketh continued. We would like to invite some of your people to learn from us, and we would like to learn from you as well. Jake raised his small hand. Does that mean Luna can stay with me sometimes? Zaraketh's laugh sounded like beautiful music. Yes, young Jake, Luna has told me she wants to keep learning from you. If your family agrees, she can visit you often. And perhaps someday, you can visit our world too. Jake jumped up from his chair with excitement. Really? I can see where Luna lives? When you are older, yes, Zaraketh said. You would be the first human to visit our home world. But first, you must finish growing up and learning. Maria looked amazed. Her little boy had made friends with a dragon princess, and now he was being invited to visit another world. Elder Matriarch, Captain Warren said, This is an incredible honor. But what do you want from us in return? Nothing, Zaraketh said simply. Friendship is not about what you can get. It's about what you can give. Jake gave my daughter life and love when she needed it most. Now we give humanity the same gift. Dr. Kim shook his head in wonder. This will change everything for our species. Yes, it will, Zaraketh agreed. But change can be good when it comes from kindness. Luna chirped happily and nuzzled Jake's hand. She understood that she wouldn't have to choose between her birth family and her human family anymore. Over the next few days, amazing things happened on Kepler Station. More dragon ships arrived, but they were peaceful and beautiful. Dragon scientists came to meet human scientists. They shared knowledge about medicine, technology, and space travel. The dragons gave the humans advanced healing machines that could fix almost any injury. They also gave them better shields for their space stations, so they would always be safe from enemies. But the most amazing gift was a special communication device. It would let humans call for help if they were ever in danger anywhere in the galaxy. The dragons promised to come and help, just like they had saved Kepler Station. Why are you being so generous? Captain Warren asked Zaraketh. Because a small boy spent $4 to save my daughter, Zaraketh replied. That act of kindness is worth more than all the gold in the galaxy. Jake became famous throughout the galaxy. News reporters from many planets came to interview the boy who had befriended a dragon princess. But Jake didn't care about being famous. He was just happy that Luna could stay with him. The dragons built a special room on Kepler Station just for Luna. It had everything a young dragon needed to be comfortable. But Luna spent most of her time with Jake and his family. Luna grew bigger and smarter every day. She learned to speak human words very well. She could have full conversations with Jake about school, games, and their plans for the future. Jake, Luna said one day, when I grow up, I want to be an ambassador between dragons and humans. I want to help our peoples be friends forever. That's a great idea, Jake said. I want to help too. Maybe I can be an ambassador when I grow up. Jake's mom watched her son and Luna playing together and felt proud. Her son had shown such kindness to a stranger, and that kindness had changed the entire galaxy. Years passed, and Jake and Luna grew up together. Jake became the best student in his school because Luna helped him with his homework. Luna learned about human culture from Jake's family. When Jake turned 18, Zaraketh kept her promise. She invited Jake to visit the dragon home world. It was the most beautiful place Jake had ever seen, with crystal cities that reached into the clouds, and gardens filled with flowers that glowed in the dark. Welcome to our world, Jake Martinez, Zaraketh said. You are the first human to ever see our home. Jake was amazed by everything he saw. The dragons showed him their libraries, which contained the history of the entire galaxy. They showed him their workshops, where they built ships that could travel faster than light. But the best part was seeing Luna in her natural home. She was now a beautiful adult dragon with scales that shined like stars. She could fly faster than any ship and was one of the smartest dragons of her generation. I never forgot what you did for me, Luna told Jake. You saved my life when I was small and scared. Now I want to spend my life helping others, just like you helped me. Luna became the first dragon-human ambassador. She traveled between worlds, helping dragons and humans understand each other better. Jake became her partner, and together they made sure that the friendship between their species grew stronger every year. Jake kept the memory of that day when he spent his $4 to help a hurt creature. It seemed like such a small thing at the time, but it had changed everything. Other human children heard Jake's story and learned from it. They learned that being kind to others, even strangers who are different from you, is one of the most important things you can do. The galaxy became a more peaceful place because of the friendship between dragons and humans. And it all started because a little boy saw someone who needed help and decided to do something about it. Jake often told young children, "You never know how much good you can do with a simple act of kindness." Sometimes the smallest actions can move the biggest mountains. And whenever Jake felt sad or worried about something, he would remember Luna's grateful eyes on that first day when he helped her. He would remember that doing good things for others always comes back to you in wonderful ways. The friendship between Jake and Luna lasted their whole lives. And the friendship between dragons and humans lasted forever, all because of $4 and a boy who cared enough to help.